Yay, we're recording. Okay. It all works out eventually. Sometimes just takes a couple brains to be put together. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Okay, so I get a lot of messages from you guys saying that you aren't sure how to approach somebody, or you aren't sure how to talk about the money objection, or you're not sure how to word things. So today we're going to talk a little bit about all of those things. And like I said, these slides are beautiful. I didn't create them, but it's going to be pretty. So that's what I like, pretty things. Okay, and share screen. There it is. Okay. Desktop, share screen. Can you see me and still see the screen? Yay. Okay.
Good job, Molly.
Thanks, I try. All right, I'm gonna move you guys though over here so I can actually work my screen here. Let's see if it works. Okay, so like I said, this Charity Jenkins, lovely girl, created this. Not I. So we're going to talk about building trust. We're going to talk about determining the customer's needs. We're going to talk about building value into the products, and then we're going to talk about closing out the sale. So first of all, you have to know what you are offering. So think really hard about not only what the products offer, but also what you are offering as their coach. It's important to know what our community brings to somebody. You guys know it, but I almost feel like at this point we take that for granted, kind of. Like, not everybody has a community where they can log into every day and feel supported. And that's something that if you talked about that on your stories, talked about it, not typed about it. Yeah, talk about it, because people can then understand they hear it in your voice and they trust you better. So build in that trust, know what you are offering, be sure you know the products inside and out. We're gonna talk about that. Know who you are talking to. Ask the person what their goals are, find out what they're struggling with. Ask questions and listen so that you can get to know them and identify their specific needs. If they say, yes, I'm interested in joining your group, don't immediately tell them that they need a challenge pack, the Morning Meltdown 100 challenge pack. You have no idea what they started with. You have no idea how long they would actually stick to something. You don't know what injuries they've had in the past. You have no idea what nutrition is like. So don't automatically jump the gun just because they said they're interested. If you ask them questions and get to know them, you'll build their trust. And you can always say, if they just say, how much is it? You can always say, well, there's different price ranges, so I don't want to give you a price right now because I don't want to give you too many things. I want to make sure I'm only giving you what you need. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Like right off the bat, you're building their trust. You're not trying to sell them all the things. You're trying to help them with the solution they need. Be authentic on your social media. This makes sense, obviously, but it's worth saying again, to show up exactly how you are. You guys see me every day on my stories. Sometimes I'm talking, sometimes I'm not. Most likely I will have a filter on, but I am like this. Like my hair is like this. My teeth may not be brushed. And sometimes you see my zits and I'm cool with it. Like it's real life. So come as you are, talk as you are, and share the products like you actually use them. Like Sharon had on her desk the other day, her like teaching desk. I saw her Shakeology right on her desk when she scanned her thing. Okay, but I spotted it, but people who aren't like Beachbody people may not have noticed it. So instead of just making it like a thing in the background, maybe just talk about like, oh, this thing is seriously getting me through the morning. I rushed out of the house. My boys were crazy. Oh, yeah, I see you. And I didn't have time to grab breakfast, but thank gosh for this thing because it's giving me all the nutrients I need. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, you are putting yourself as the teacher. Here's my desk. Perfect. But maybe just add a little bit more to it. So you have it there. You just need to add a little bit more to it. Your vibe will attract your tribe. Lots of people, lots of people will watch other coaches and then they start to act like them. But then you start to attract people that aren't like you. And you're like, where are these people coming from? And you're like, oh yeah, it's because I'm not acting like myself. I'm acting like that coach that I was watching. So make sure you're showing up as you. If you haven't, like I show up and I talk about my anxiety a lot. And it just seems to people that also have anxiety gravitate towards me. I don't know, just be your authentic self. When you try to speak to everyone, you reach no one. I am now narrowing it down and talking more to moms, because I know that that's like my overall goal is to help moms. Do dads or like people who don't have children watch my stories? Yeah. But I want to help, like my goal is I want to help other moms. I actually wrote it right here. Inspire and empower moms to get their groove back by feeling healthier, mind, body, and soul. I inspire and empower women to take that groove and turn it into a business. That's what I read every day. It's on my board. But just be authentic. Be honest and helpful. Share insights from your own experience. The feel, felt, found. That is, if somebody says, I don't know, like, I just don't think I could, like, get up in the morning. I feel you. I felt the same way. But what I found is that if I lay out my clothes and if I tell people that I want to wake up and if I ask a couple people to text me in the morning, I actually get up in the morning. You guys know that that's not true of me, but, E for effort. What else? The fact that you're just getting started but have seen amazing transformations within your team. So obviously we all want our own transformations, but if you don't have one yet, you can talk about and share the ones that resonate with that person. All right, so our job is to listen and guide, not to sell a challenge pack, but to listen to what they actually need. Okay. We want the challenge pack. We want the Success Club points. It makes our business go round. But we also want to listen to what they need. So maybe if they are talking so much about, yes, they need to get their workout in, and oh my gosh, yeah, I skip breakfast every single day. And oh, my nutrition is horrible. I just don't even really know what to eat or even like how to shop in the store. What does your red flag say? Your red flag says, maybe they also need ultimate portion fix or 2B mindset. That's going to help them get even better results and understand what they're eating. So never just say the challenge pack is the answer when it could be a challenge pack plus adding on the 2B mindset or something like that. Or maybe they say they never eat any of their vegetables. Oh, okay, here's a challenge pack. Here's some power greens. Okay, so don't ever assume that the challenge pack is the only answer. Always ask for permission. I always say something like, do you mind if I send you a link? Or if you don't mind, can I ask you a few questions just to understand a little bit more? It still gets the conversation going, and it actually helps build trust. And then follow up with these 3 questions. Take a picture of this or write them down. What are your goals? Is there anything you feel is preventing you from reaching your goals? That's going to help you give them the solution, right? And what do you feel you need in order to reach your goals? So it's kind of like asking the same question. Do you feel like you need more support? I actually just asked a challenger the other day. She was with me, and I was like, what do you feel like you need from me? And I said, I'm your coach. I know what I could give you, but what do you feel like you need from me? Or just in general? And she's like, I really just need to maybe text you whenever so then we found that answer. Like, she wasn't comfortable sharing her sweaty selfie in the group, but she'll text me when she checks off the little box. So just follow up with those questions even when they're actually your challengers. All right. Okay, you got to know your products. You don't have to be an expert at everything, but you have to know why it is something that everybody should have and use. So take a picture of these, definitely, because this is going to be something that you can then talk to, not in one giant post, but this can be, you can kind of trickle these throughout the week or one a week or something for each product. So maybe for Beachbody On Demand, you show yourself, Lacey does this a lot, like you show yourself walking to your gym. And you say like, oh, my commute to my gym only takes this long. How much does yours take? Like, oh, I would never get this workout done because I'm running late. It's only 30 minutes, but if I would have had to drive to the gym, I would be late for work. Thank gosh I have my Beachbody On Demand and I stream right here at home because I would never have made it. Or you can talk about how like I did Country Heat after having Emma. So workouts for all fitness levels, like, oh my gosh, thank gosh I have all 700 different workouts because when I first had my baby, I could not do what I'm doing now. So like everybody starts somewhere. I needed this workout instead of MM100 or 80-day obsession or whatever. And then showcase those fitness guides, the nutrition meal guides, the meal plans, the workout calendars. You'd be surprised how many people just love the fact that it tells us what to do each day. Guys, we make a million decisions every single day. There's so many people out there, moms especially, I think, that don't want to have to think about it. They want to log in. They want to look at what number they're on. 27, cool. Downbeat strength, awesome. I'm going to do legs today. Decision made. So talk about that. You don't have to do any of the guesswork. It tells you what to do. So these are all ways that you can coach, kind of almost coach people before you're actually their coach. Personal trainer, wherever you go. Anytime I'm on vacation, I always show myself working out in a hotel or at my brother-in-law's house or at my mom's house. Like I'm always showing people that I can do these workouts wherever I go. So my health and fitness doesn't need to stop. Okay, does that make sense? I can go to the next one. Does everybody that needs to take a picture take a picture? Yes. Okay. All right. Here's some more for Shakeology and for Performance Line. Again, don't take a picture of your Shakeology and then list all of these things. Don't make it in just one post. Kind of spread them out. Like, oh my gosh, when I first started, I only bought the DVDs for 21 Day Fix. I did not buy Shakeology because I thought it was just another protein shake. And holy cow, I could not be more wrong. Obviously, I don't talk like that, but that's something that I could post about or tell about in my stories. Oh my gosh, I really, really, really want chocolate right now because I'm like super PMSing, but instead I'm having this chocolate shake and it's hitting the spot. So see how all of those things are little things that you guys can be sharing and dribbling out into your stories, into your posts. And people watch your stories. They choose to click on that little circle with your face on it and watch them. They also have the choice to swipe away, and that's fine. But the people who watch aren't going to care if you talk about this each day. So maybe make a calendar for yourself that says, like, on Monday, I'm going to showcase Shakeology. On Tuesday, I'm going to showcase...
Mommy,
Hi, baby.
remember we do the kids game?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm on a call right now, though, okay? So I'll play in a second. Where's Daddy?
He's upstairs.
Okay, go grab him. Tell him you want to play the catch game.
Okay.
But maybe create a calendar that says like that you want, on Monday you're going to talk about this, Tuesday this, Wednesday this, Thursday this, just so that you kind of spread it out, and then at least you have a plan. Increased energy, improved digestion and regularity. Guys, talking about poop isn't okay, especially if you're a mom. blood sugar. I mean, don't make any claims like, oh, this cured my X, Y, and Z, because we know that Shakeology doesn't cure anything, but it helps our bodies perform at its best. Okay, and then performance line, obviously you guys know that. And read up more, because this is just kind of like a quick overview of these. I know that Darren, Orlean, and some top, like 4 other top coaches just did a video on maybe Beachbody 411 about Shakeology. So go listen to that. Educate yourself on these things and find ways that you can talk about them, and until it like just rolls off your tongue, until you're talking about Shakeology and you know everything about it, and you know that you could talk to somebody right now in an elevator, and by the time you walked out, they'd be like, I need to buy Shakeology. And you don't have to look at it in an index card. Okay, good to go. Next one. Let's see. All right. So this is the part I think that everybody tries to speed up because they just want to make that sale. But if you've done everything that we've talked about before, people will already know the value of Shakeology. They won't care what the price is. People will already know the value of the challenge pack and how much they can save by getting the challenge pack. So they also will know, because you've asked them the questions, they'll know everything, you will know everything about them before even giving them a price. So you'll know what their struggles are, you'll know what programs or products will best help them, and you'll feel confident giving them a price, because you know it's what's going to help them. And you know that these products work because you use them every day. And you know that your boot camp or your group is the best place for them, because you guys, look at all those people in Morning Meltdown 100 that are like, this group is the best. They're checking in every morning. They are sharing their hearts with us. They are making friends from across the country with people on the internet. Like, and they feel supported. Like, they genuinely feel supported. Like, they could come there, bare their soul, and like feel supported. That's something super special that we all need to keep offering. And it's, you know, it's worth the price that they pay, in my opinion. You know, BOD and Shakeology and Performance Line is fine, but like the coach and the community is worth $160, in my opinion. If they are not ready now, if they say I need to wait till next paycheck, or I need to wait till next month, or whatever, always put them down on a list, follow up the next month and say, hey, I use this a lot. Like, I'm not sure if you found something that is working for you, but I'm running another group. I know that last time that we talked, you mentioned that you were trying to find something to help with your cravings. Or I know last time we talked, you said you wanted to like get healthier for your kids, or whatever their why was that they mentioned. Bring that up again in your follow-up. Just shows that you paid attention to the conversation, even if it just meant you scrolled up and checked out what they said. But it just, again, builds that trust and helps them know that you're thinking about them and you're genuinely just want to help them. Create a sense of urgency. Give a deadline to your boot camp start date. Help them make a decision and create an ownership mentality. So I always say at the end, if I create the cart, I always send it to them and I say, once you complete your purchase, I'll add you to the group. So, and I will always say like I'll always say something that we just added. So for instance, I might say, oh my gosh, we just added, and you're wanting to get it, like, I want to add you as soon as possible because we just added a full meal plan for the week. And I want you to be able to see that before you get started. So talk about something that is in the group that kind of creates that FOMO, like they want to be in it ASAP. but don't add them to that group before they make that purchase. Don't let them see what's in behind the curtain before they commit. Because again, that's that ownership mentality. And then I always do this as well. Even if they say they just want BOD, I will show them the price for just BOD, and then BOD and Shakeology, or BOD and Performance Line, whatever I think would match them best. And I tell them how much they'd be saving if they just paid $50 more. Because remember, I have that $10 code. So for $50, they can get a month's worth of meals, basically, with Shakeology, which is usually $132. So do you want to get that? So I always give them that, what else can they get? For MM100, I've been showing people, here's the main, here's all of the choices. And then I let them pick. And I've actually had a bunch of people that I would have just said, here's the Morning Meltdown 100 Challenge Pack, and they ended up getting the deluxe pack or whatever, because they realized, the value in it. And then you can also offer an incentive or a gift. This person calls her Energized Super Mom Mojo, which is like a mouthful, but every day in her stories to create FOMO. Sometimes she'll offer to send them some packets if they enroll by my deadline. You can also offer tanks or a custom shaker for less than $10. That I would say, an incentive and a gift is something that's totally up to you as a coach. It can be a slippery slope where then you start you feel like you have to offer something every month, but you don't. But if you're trying to hit a goal, if you want to hit Success Club, if you want, you're trying to, whatever it is, 10 minutes, then that's something that you can offer too. All right. It only takes $39 to start this business, but we know that we can pay for other things. So obviously you're paying for your products. I will say that once I started using the Performance Line, buying Beach Bars, adding collagen and the boosts, I started selling more of those things because people started seeing them in my stories or in my challenge group, and they wanted them. So once you use them and they see what they are, even if you just buy a what's it called? A sample pack, and you just talk about the different Performance Line, whatever. You could pay for events. Super Weekend, if you are not going to Super Weekend, you need to get to a Super Weekend. Please, 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 please. Summit, you can still buy Summit tickets, you guys. Come to Summit. Please come to Summit.
Going.
What?
There are 16 of us going.
I know. I can't even explain the difference that I see in the girls that did go this year or that did go last year, 2 years ago. It's well worth it, I would say. So psych yourself up. Success Club trips, you have to earn your spot onto it, but everything is tax deductible also for all of these things. Personal development. If you aren't reading a personal development book right now, your business isn't going to move forward. Just saying, plain and simple. Anytime somebody's struggling, I always say, what are you reading? What are you listening to? And they always say, oh, I'm not reading anything. I'm like, okay. We'll talk in a week when you're a week into personal development. Incentives, anytime that I do giveaways or things like that, those are also tax deductible. Facebook ads, cover photo, professional photos, all that stuff, once you get fancier, all tax deductible. And that's it. All right. So, and I'll show, this is hers, but investing in this business, it helps her stay healthy and fit. She gets to go on these trips. She's created incredible friendships. She has financial freedom. She's purpose. She has purpose. She has a passion. She's leading a legacy. All of those things make sense that if you're investing in your business, you're going to see those things. So any questions? We only have about 7 minutes before it kicks us out. I'm going to try to come back on if I can. Stop share. But don't stop recording.
Jen asked a question in the chat. She said, what's a good way to come back when you mess up on words?
Who asked that question?
Jessica.
Jess. Okay, so what kind of what do you mean when you mess up on words? Like if you've already said something and you're like, like we talked about yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can always just say, so do you mind if I share what it was, Jeff? Do you care if I say what the example was?
No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm not like the teacher in me is like, I don't want to call it out. But Jess messaged me. She said this is where I get stuck. She messaged a person. She had a conversation going. And then on Thursday, she messaged them and just said, hey, I have, not sure if you'd be interested, but we have a new private group starting on September 2nd. I would love for you to join. It's a group of women that support each other while we crush some health and mindset goals. Is this something you would be interested in? No biggie if not, but would love to have you. That sounds good, right? This is somebody she's already had a conversation with. This is somebody that she's created that trust with. This person knows that she's not just trying to get money from her. She genuinely just wants to help them. And then the girl says, or whoever this is says, absolutely. Nothing else. She doesn't give yeah, she doesn't ask a question. She doesn't she just says absolutely, which you're like, woohoo, she said yes, right? So then Jess said, awesome. So what are you more interested in, fitness or nutrition or both? So I said, interested in sounds like, what do you want to buy from me? Do you guys get that icky feeling whenever she said what are you interested in? And some for somebody that just needs to get healthy, they're like, well, I'm not interested in anything. That's why I'm coming to you. So I just said if she just tweaked that interested in part, instead of saying what are you interested in, maybe just say, what do you feel like you need more help with? That shows that you're going to help her, and then you'll get more information. Go back to those questions that I just posted on the, or that we just had on the slides that were what are you struggling with right now? I always say what has worked for you in the past? Maybe if they say Zumba, I'm cool. We have Country Heat, we have Size, we have Shailene Johnson's, whatever hers are called, Turbo Jam, Turbo Fire, whatever they are. So you would recommend, you would say, oh my gosh, yes, we have so many dance videos that you could do that are on Beachbody On Demand, that are on our streaming platform. I can't wait for you to try them out. They're awesome. So how's your nutrition? And then they say, well, I eat this, I eat that, I drink pop all day, I never get any water, I da-da-da-da. Then oh my gosh, you're going to do great in our group because we have so many people that are just like you, but at least you know her problem areas so that you can help. So if you already said, what are you interested in? You could go back and just maybe even just ask the question, what has or hasn't worked for you in the past? I wouldn't even say oops, sorry for that last comment, deleted, ignore that, I messed up, just pretend it never happened. She doesn't know that you're in the back, in the background, freaking out because you're she's not answering me. But I would just say what has worked for you in the past, or what hasn't, what's always been your struggle in the past. And I only ask one question at a time. I want to keep the conversation going naturally. I don't want them to feel like I copied and pasted a list of questions to that person and bombard them with all these things. That's what I did. Believe me, I did that in the beginning. I made the mistakes too. And that's okay, because there are people that probably in the beginning, if I asked them now, they'd be like, remember that time you spammed me with a giant message? And okay, any other questions? Did that help, Jess? Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Because we have less than a minute. Yes, no, maybe so. I'm so happy that you're all on. It makes me super, super happy. Where's Lacey? And Megan and Caitlin. We need to take a beautiful picture. Hurry up, because we only have a minute. Oh, I see Willow with her bike. Oh, yeah. And everybody needs to smile. Because, you know, that's fun. Ah, there she is. I love that Willow song. Okay, ready? Say cheese. Hold on. I'm going to try to do a boomerang if it works. Okay, ready? Boomerang in 3, 2, 1. Oh no, it just did hearts. Hold on. You'd think I would know how to work this thing. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, I'm obnoxious. One more time. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Cheers! Nice. Oh, that one's really cute. Oh, Alexis in the middle is like. Okay. All right, girls. Go work out or do whatever you need to. It's almost 9 o'clock. Actually, it's 8:40. It's not almost 9 o'clock. But let us know if you have any other questions, comments, concerns. Hopefully that was helpful. Yes, no, maybe so. And what? Hi, Lacey, she said. What about Molly?
Right now.
Yay. Hi.